name is Dr. Jennifer Mendoza Culbertson, and I'm Chief of Staff for Internal Affairs with Hidalgo County Precinct 4. We will begin today's ceremony with our national anthem, and if everybody could please face the American flag right here to your left. Next, we have the Pledge of Allegiance, and we have two very special people with us this morning to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm going to go ahead and ask two students to come up to the podium here. So we have two students from the San Carlos Head Start Center. Come on over. Who wants to hold it? Great. Now look right here. Good job. Right here. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good job. Good job. Thank you so much. Didn't they do a great job? Yes, they did. And now we'd like to have a few special recognitions with some people who have joined us here this morning. We have Judge Andre Maldonado. Thank you for being here today. We have representatives from J.R. Gaitan, Hidalgo County Precinct 4 Constable. Thank you for being here this morning. Representing Hidalgo County Safety, we have Mr. Armando Guzman. Representing the San Carlos community, we have Ms. Lydia Maldonado. Representing the Health Department, we have Mr. Salinas and Mr. Palacios. Is there anybody else here with us this morning that I failed to mention? Yes. All right. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce the Hidalgo County Precinct 4 County Commissioner, Ms. Eli Torres.
Good morning, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, and children of the San Carlos Head Start program. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful day. We're here to break ground on a long overdue project that will benefit several county agencies and partners that service families in Precinct 4. But before I speak on the project, I want to thank the children of the San Carlos Head Start Center for their great contribution in today's ceremony and for leading us on the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you, children, for that. Now, after our ceremony, we're going to start on our major parking lot improvements that will provide plenty of safe parking spaces for the Hidalgo County San Carlos Head Start building, the UT Health RGV Primary Care Facility, the newly opened AHEC Clinic, and the Hidalgo County San Carlos WIC office. For those of you who are not familiar with the amount of people that these agencies and partners service, I can tell you that this project came about because I myself witnessed the high traffic of the people coming in and out that is experienced in this area every day, and the lack of parking for anyone who uses these services. Early in the morning and again in the afternoon, the parents of the Head Start children are picking up and dropping off their children when school is in session. There is major traffic during these high peak times. The UTRGV AHEC Clinic has been extremely busy since the first day it opened its doors in 2019, providing affordable primary care and other medical services to people in need. The WIC Clinic delivers high participation numbers with vital resources and education to women, infants, and children to ensure a healthy beginning to every child at this site. Needless to say, parking has been difficult and limited. We feel that it's important to provide a safe area where people will encounter accessibility and convenience to all county services. In a few moments, you're going to hear from Mr. Rene Olivares with RO Engineering, who will speak about the specifics of the parking lot improvements to help you better understand what is to come in a few short months to this area. But also, I wanted to highlight everything else that will come with this project. In addition to the parking lot improvements, I also thought it was very important that the Head Start building also receive improvements for the benefit of the children and their school experience. The Head Start building next to me will have an added canopy along the building with sidewalk to provide shelter to the children while they are waiting to be picked up or dropped off during rainy days, hot temperatures, and those cold days that we once in a while experience here in Hidalgo County. They will be protected from the elements in a safe environment. We will also be installing a new digital sign by the 107 highway entrance that will replace the existing sign right now. And if you look behind you, there's that sign. That's not going to be there anymore. We're going to have a nice digital sign that will allow us to announce all kinds of information that is very, very important to the community, such as when Head Start is enrolling, when it's closing, when we're having a health fair, when AHEC Clinic changes hours or adds services, when our WIC is encouraging people to come out and enroll, all kinds of great information for our community. I'm also excited that that as we get started on this great project, we could not have gone to this point without the help of the team that has a strong hand in making all of this happen. I want to take this time to thank Mr. Nick Perez with the Precinct 4 team. Nick, please wave. He has been the spearhead of this project, and I sincerely want to thank him for all his help and all his dedication to this project. Also, with the Precinct 4 team, I want to thank and recognize Dr. Jennifer Mendoza Culbertson, who has always been my Chief of Staff of Internal Affairs, that has been in constant communication with all of the agencies that are involved here. I also want to thank Ms. Letty Sainz with Precinct 4 for her assistance in this project as well. I want to thank the Head Start staff and the Head Start and the AHEC Clinic staff and the WIC staff who have provided so much input to this project and have been so patient with the limited parking of this area, but still providing the best quality services to the people of Precinct 4. Thank you, Rene Olivares with RO Engineering, for taking on this complex project. And thank you to Rene Guerra and Sons for being the construction company that will bring this project to the finish line and on time. Yay! I would at this time like to ask Mr. Edmundo Garcia from the Head Start Headquarters Office to say a few words on the project on behalf of Ms. Irma Peña, who is our Head Start Executive Director. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Commissioner. We just want to say that, we come from the world reading to children about fairy tales and things of that nature and fairy godmothers, right? And that world, fairy godmothers take care of their children, they take care of their families. Well, I'm happy to say that in this world, we have our own fairy godmother, that she's always been there for Head Start. She's always been paying attention to what we need, to what the family needs, to what the children need. So we're very excited about this project. We're really looking forward to it. Before I go, I'd like to introduce two members of our policy council who are parents. We have Ms. Reina, right? And Ms. Laredo, sorry. They help us actually manage the program. So, Commissioner, thank you for being a fairy godmother. We hope to be around here for a long time. Thank you for what you do for us and for our families. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia. And representing Head Start, we do have Mr. Garcia and Ms. Munoz. So let's give them a round of applause for the great things that they do as a leadership team at Hidalgo County Head Start. Next, we have Mr. Rene Olivares with RO Engineering to give us a few remarks about the project. Let's give him a round of applause and thank him for the snacks that he and his company provided today.
Good morning, everybody. This is an exciting project. We've been working with the commissioner and her staff for a while. There's a lot of challenges behind the scenes that had to take place in order for this to occur. One of the biggest ones is money, right? And Commissioner really holds on to that money, makes sure that it's invested in the right places. I don't know how she did it, but this is a big investment that she's willing and the staff is willing to put time into and money. A few challenges on the design of the project. One of the big ones was because, you know, we have lot lines here. Some of this property before was being used by the school, but as I think you already know, some of this property belongs to a private owner, Mr. Maldonado, and so we're trying to respect that, and that's why we had some challenges. Some of the properties had to be purchased, and so behind the scenes, those properties were purchased and negotiated, and I don't know how they did it, but we have property now that we can actually place parking lot on. So all of that finally was resolved, and then other challenges here to keep the same parking that you have here as best as possible, and so we tried to create a loop for the parents to pick up and a bus loop for the buses to pick up and drop off the kids, similar to elementary school. So we mimic what we have in the public schools, elementary, so you'll be seeing some of that here, some guardrails that will be holding back the children, canopy as well. All this area will be brand new parking. That trash dumpster will be relocated towards the corner, try to get it out of the way. And so on the other side, we're going to try to create some parking spaces that are similar to the ones back over there by UTRGV at an angle towards the street. That just will be temporary parking. But we want to try to maximize the area to give you as much parking spaces as we can. Approximately 45 parking spaces additional that would be added to this complex so that you guys can not have difficulties finding a parking space. Accessibility as well, some sidewalks to try to get to the building spaces from the parking lot were also added. There were some challenges with the playground that we're continuing to try to resolve as well. And so we're also connecting that new building that was mentioned. As you can see, the contractor is very, very anxious to start. They've already started adding fill dirt to try to raise that level as much as possible, about 2.5 feet high. And so we just need to start working on that area, as I told them, so that by next week, hopefully there's no children here, we can start working on this area as well. So by the time you guys get back from the Head Start, we would already have this completely transformed, beautiful, so you guys can enjoy the parking spaces, the areas. It's going to be a totally different look from the street, from the highway. So there's a lot of nice things that you're going to be seeing here. Some lighting as well. So in case some of you guys work late, you know, you have some security lights as well. So we try to cover as much as we could. We're also giving a trash dumpster for the other area, so they will come and use this one. And so there's a lot of elements on it that were placed so that we can try to prevent accidents, as Ellie, and give you the best area as possible, enjoyable. Around here, there's a property line that almost comes to this edge of this building. So we're going to try to put some bollards here so that we won't, you know, cross over to the property next door. So that might be a little frustrating, but keep in mind that we have flow that we're trying to create so that it can be a safe traffic as best as possible. So we'll be working with the school as closely as possible so that everything flows smoothly, okay? So we hope to finish this project, well, I want to say, by the time the Head Start students come back, and if not, complete it, at least so that you guys can use it, and then we'd continue just with some fine points that we need to finish up. So thank you guys, thank you Commissioner for allowing me to be part of executing your vision, and your staff as well has been very helpful in making this project flow smoothly. So thank you everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Olivares. And I do apologize. I don't know how I missed them, but we have our UT RGV AHEC team who is joining us with this morning ceremony. So let's give them a round of applause and everything that they do with the community. So parking, sidewalks, canopy, digital electronic sign. There's a lot of great things happening here in San Carlos. And now we move on to our great ceremony with our groundbreaking here at the shovel. So please, special guests, grab a shovel. Students, we want you to grab a shovel too. This is going to be a part of you. Let's move over to the mound so that way we can have our groundbreaking ceremony to complete this morning's event. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming. Appreciate it.
You're like, you guys were waiting for the first one to get some.
Are they good, man? I'll work with you. Because I won't eat mine till later.
Next time I'm going to bring you a Ziploc bag.
Huh?
Next time I'm going to bring you a Ziploc bag. That way you can take it with you.
Oh, yeah. I usually, in my truck, I carry a Ziploc. That way I can just put them in there. Oh my gosh, I didn't see that, Bob.
They're not good. Girl, I have no